And we're back. I thought we solved the issue. Why did Streamlabs do that thing again? Oh man. Oh crap. Our settings were doing so well as well. So sometimes Streamlabs does that. It just stops streaming. And I'm forced to quit out of it. I don't know. Like, I thought I found stable settings, but apparently not. And we're playing the PlayStation. We're not even overloading our PC, so I'm not sure what the heck causes it. Let me just close all the other programs again, just to make sure that we don't run into more mishaps. Okay. If it fails us again, I have no idea how to fix it anymore. Because I tried everything. Audio output, advanced. Okay, we're good. Enable browser source hardware acceleration. Disable hardware acceleration. Okay, we're good. Hopefully it holds. Thank you for the hydrate, potato dialogues.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
So I don't know where he got cut off, but we just found Bernard here in the ruins for some reason, and he's about to tell us why.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves.
Thanks for the alert, Vanwa. Take care.
But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care. I'd be much obliged if you could rid the old place of nasties. And so would my ma and pa, I'm sure.
All right. Murder is the solution. Or do we call it hunting?
This shouldn't take long.
I keep forgetting I have that on. Raccoon Punch! Dragon Talon. Upon close inspection of a lesser dragon's foot, one may observe that the middle talon is considerably longer than the rest. You know, I think they may be right. After that Steps of Faith encounter in F14, we're always under the dragon's... You're hitting the dragon's feet. I'm gonna pay attention to that. This extended appendage is used to puncture the fleshy parts of the creature's prey, causing severe blood loss and weakening them for the kill.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
But it's dangerous to go alone.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
I'm sorry I ain't been back to see you in so long, but I got some news for you. I'm to be wed.
Oh, hey. Let's hope he survives. That is a major death flag. Aha! Instincts are right. Let's get out of here. Whoops.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
I heard Mid's building a workshop down the street.
Visiting hours are over, Your Lordship.
That's not gonna stop me.
I'll be all right, Clive. I just need some...
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon? From what I heard.
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Oh,
Nope.
don't ask her that.
Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Yay. Is she gonna allow us, like, to send submarines and expeditions. The breath of Earth, wind up. Residual Earth ether that, having failed to dissipate on the battlefield, instead manifested. Same description. Wind up. We're using that, I think.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Not really feeling Titan, though. I think it's because Titans... It's blocking? So we already have blocking. We have an option to block and hit. But we also have an option to counter and hit. So we have like two counters. Plus the usual dodge and counter. So it's like, Wind up, though, seems pretty cool. As an opener for when we stagger them. Maybe I'll change wind up. Because we already have Titanic block. So it's like parry and then attack. Well, this one's just straight up DPS as well. But if you block an enemy attack with a step forward, it increases the potency of the following punches. So choose your counter, I guess. Oh, maybe when it's on cooldown, we can continue to counter. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It does have a cooldown. So while it's on cooldown, you can parry with your shield. Okay. Flames of Rebirth. It does heal and it does raid-wide damage. Aerial Blast is a pretty cool skill. Let's keep it for now.
Did Bernard say how long he was going to be? I mean, it's fine, but I hope he comes soon.
Be patient, mid. Aha! Side quests have been unlocked. All in an effort to distract us from Jill. We're not gonna visit you yet, Jill. We have the side quest to do.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Doris.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Offer to search for Cole's team? Of course. I'll go and find them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Good boy. The weight of command.
We're lucky that Stolas escaped the Dragon's Eyrie unscathed. Without it, we would never even have known that Cole's team had been attacked.
Where's the other side quest? Ah, Tarja.
Been doing Mid's bidding, have you? Yeah, she wrote me in and all. Mummy promised to sweep the old blooming cellar for her.
Huh. Good luck.
Ah, Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
Don't keep Gav waiting. He seemed excited.
Rodrigue the Physiker.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
Is this the quest we learn about brands?
I still wish there was some other way.
About how dangerous it is to remove it?
Griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Offer to gather some ammonia? Of course. He does seem desperate.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Bright blue blossoms, got it. Thank you again for the hydrate. At this rate, I'm gonna drown in water.
If we could get ammonia to grow here in the hideaway, we wouldn't have to risk our lives to gather it.
Can we grow ammonia?
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Taya's remedies. But she insists I rest.
Again, I need her glam. I'm pretty sure, maybe they're gonna introduce this version of this glam during the collaboration. And also Clive's glam. Look at that. You can already see how it looks like on an aura. Because he does have the aura body type. That is crazy. Yeah, full glass. I did drink a lot more, but now over the years of hydrate, I realized, take a few gulps. A few gulps should do its trick. Attributes. Let's learn about Torgal.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks.
It has been quite a while. I don't even remember that anymore.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north.
Ooh.
Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command.
A direwolf.
His name was Fenrir.
Okay.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories, and her faithful.
No wonder why Torgal gravitated
One
toward Jill.
awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
Ooh.
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Coconuts.
There you are!
Phrasing.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
I know he said we'd stop complaining about Jill, but like everyone thought Torgal was not even Jill's. But there was a reason why Torgal was in Jill's hands to begin with and would follow Jill around. I guess he was our hound, but it's funny how it's like, no, that's not Jill's hound. That's Clive's hound. But it was Jill's all along. Yeah, he's her shield. At least he won't turn to stone. It's in his nature. Sometime later... Okay...
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
like a stove.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
So this is our FC workshop. Even when Torgal found you, it is only after you had gotten Jill. Yeah. And Torgal was also gravitating towards Charon, and you also pointed out that Charon kind of looks like an older Jill. So I don't know that it's intentional, but it makes sense. Actually, to like even here, Charon likes sleeping inside Charon's shop. And Goots remarks that Torgal's very close to Charon, but it's usually because Charon feeds him a lot of kupo nuts. There's a doll. Kalina, engineer.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall!
Suddenly, engineers. Bernard.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Good job.
Thanks for let me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Huh.
I wish Miss Midador would let us help her with her dungeoneering. I wonder what she's going to dungeoneer next.
Dungeoneer next? Oh my god. She is Atelier Ryza. She's an alchemist, and she does her dungeoneering to get ingredients. That's her atelier. It's like Kalim who wants his own leather. It's like, damn.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you? Must be hard, hearing what became of the place.
I mean, I know it saves you money, but your life. Wait a minute, what the hell?
Nearly there. Just need to get...
Why am I so... Ugh. They need to put a bridge here. Hey, since we have the bridge man here, can we tell him to make more bridges in this place?
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take her to the dungeon. I don't want to get roped into her experiments.
Too big, hard to make structurally sound. Yeah, makes sense. The gap. And it's over water, I guess. And we don't have crystals. Oh dear.
Finally got Mid out of your hair, have you? Enjoy the quiet. Doubt it'll last long.
I'm looking forward to what she makes. Hit us, Vivian, with a lore.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Okay, I guess we're... filler episode time. What we're literally waiting in...
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive?
Creep.
I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Hmm?
For your trouble.
Oh,
It's a
Uncle.
pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tavern cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Let's buy a round for the tavern. Welcome back, Banua. I guess now he's fully committed. Oh, meanwhile... Twinside, the Holy Empire of Sunbreak. Seat of the Imperial Court.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
God.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Pinky out.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's a very pretty place, yeah.
Very good.
Cheers. For the Empire. They really modeled her
Let
after
us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Huh?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
He gonna defect. Go, Joshua.
That is your
while he's
wish,
vulnerable.
Your Radiance. I shall depart at once.
She has such a punchable face.
May Gregor forgive you.
Lord of the Rings or Legend of Runeterra? Lord of the Rings. Okay, I know
What
what
do
you
the
mean.
astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
I keep forgetting who was it. The sister of Catelyn Stark, the one in the Eyrie, exactly like that, with a boy who was like 10 years old but still drinking his mother's milk.
Doing here? Only one way to find out.
Yeah, Denethor's tomato scene. Ugh. Well, I guess Dion's faith in the Empire is kind of shaking. So it's gonna be good for a good timing for Joshua to come in. But astrologers can... I mean, you just ask an astrologer, hey, is this guy gonna betray me? And then they just read the cards. I wonder how reliable it is.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the deck in this.
It's just one thing after another around here. Wouldn't have it any other.
Uncle Byron, let's say hello.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Whoa.
2,000?
That sounds like a lot, right?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Story time. Always like these segments with Vivian.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes. It seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Why?
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
What's this? Drone footage of a summer storm. Oh wow. Okay, that is pretty crazy. I've not seen lightning, like this much lightning before. I mean, the drone footage looks amazing, but also it's like, that looks pretty dangerous. Today's calmer, but still, yeah, better stay safe. You haven't seen that much lightning since living in Singapore. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Really great drone footage. Thanks for sharing.
And how may I assist you today?
Ask about Byron.
Lord Byron Rosfield.
Of the 7 High Houses, protector of Port Isolde. And your uncle, no less.
I heard tell.
He was an adventurous soul, and journeying alone to the secret lair of the villainous Sid the Outlaw would certainly seem to give truth to such rumors. He will make a valuable ally, and a generous one, I hope, and his connections among the nobility will surely prove useful.
Why?
Perhaps we will soon be inviting the heads of the remaining High Houses to a grand soiree here in the Hideaway. I must practice my steps. Eve.
Your nemesis awaits, Clive. You have merely to cross a burning desert,
But before that,
and worm your way into the bowels of an enemy fortress. Best of luck.
let us do the side quest quick. After talking to Otto.
It's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course.
Of course. Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one was.
Oh. Are we like a father figure to her? Older brother,
Otto.
maybe.
Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn.
Well, there are no
We
other...
heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
There are only
So,
humans here, right?
What about your uncle?
No Viera.
I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
You took her father's name, so you're her adopted dad. You love how the quest to check on Jill involved everyone except Jill. No, we're not gonna be sad about Jill anymore. We're gonna move on and try to enjoy the game.
I heard they called Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears. That and her habit of bolting at the first sign of danger. But if she knew Sid was looking for her, she might just be tempted back out of her burrow.
Maybe she'll kind of have some kind of head accessory that looks like bunny ears. But that's not really in line with the tone of this game anymore. We're all humans.
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold your uncle gave us. Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
Fine.
My uncle isn't easily refused, especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
But 2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
Yeah, I was wondering.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor. He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still, 2,000 talents? I mean, is it normal for nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live, eh?
Well, now that we've got a few gills to rub together, do you think it'd be all right if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wing's finest?
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured northern salmon.
I'll leave you to decide how best to use it. Just don't spend it all at once, all right?
Well, they're happy.
I've never seen a crate full of gil before, let alone two. Your uncle certainly knows how to make an entrance.
So all the gil can fit in these two chests, huh?
I heard they called Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart.
What?
Shall we?
I'm not ready.
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Help! We didn't do the side quests. It's okay, it'll warn us. Ah, okay. We get to click it. Dum, 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 dum. Is there a bridge? Probably faster here. Let's bring our uncle on these side quests. Or I'd like to think he's with us. Relive his younger adventure years.
Faster!
Fly! Ambrosia, fly!
Thanks, Gal.
Get me back on my feet, or tear those bastards' heads off.
Stay still, you damned fool. Unless you want to bleed to death.
That's Ghislaine and Axel. This is Cole.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
When the goblins drove off the Slavers' Guard, I thought they might be doing us a favor.
Here, Uncle is with us. Hey, what's up, Uncle? Let's go on an adventure. Side quest. Who's the best frost wolf? Let me pet you. Let me pet you. Okay.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Ow.
Too slow. Nice try.
Damn, the guy's tough. I mean, he's got an ASP sponge.
Enough.
There we go. Let's go, Uncle.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
My team needs proper medical attention, but we'll get our new companions settled first.
Why risk your lives to free the likes of us? What could you possibly gain?
A better world.
Get me back on my feet.
Harmonia is right there. Cool.
Good girl. Run like the wind. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Riled Raptor? Oh, they're fighting with the bees. I wonder if they're gonna let us pick it.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
No, they saw us. Wait, now they're all working together? Am I the bigger threat here? They need to make that more transparent.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Well, that was fast.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Imposter syndrome's difficult. Wait, so curse breakers are the ones that stay at are the commanding officers, or are they all curse breakers? I think they're all curse breakers.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either. I need to trust them more, I see that. But that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
May the winds of fortune be forever at your back, Sid.
Don't say that. The last thing you need when you're crossing the desert is for the wind to pick up.
Ah.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Safe passage. Not long ago, I was accosted by footpads as I walked the gilded path, and would have perished alone in the desert had not the Cursebreakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Direwolf Jess. A traveling terpsichorean. What's a terpsichorean? Related to dancing. Oh.
Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
A wild herb that, when brewed into an infusion, can dull the pain of a barber's blade. Ammonia leaf.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death.
So this is when we learn about
Success means
brand.
tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight.
It's like wardens and witchers.
To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Yeah, gotta motivate these people. We motivated the commanding officers and motivated the physicers.
I'm sorry I let my fear get the better of me. I'm ready to be stronger. For the hideaway. For all of us.
Hell yeah.
Damn the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
Damn. Bye, Jill. I'm gonna go with Uncle to the desert.
I'm fine, Clive, really. I just need some rest.
Your ice could have come in handy. Bye. Oops. Oh. Hmm? Oh, Dalmekia! There's a hunt in Dalmekia. A hill to die on. Let's keep an eye out in the Velcroy Desert. Among Republican merchants, reports abound of caravans being crushed by a black boulder, a creature indeterminate in nature but quite decided in size, strength, and spite. He or she who took it upon themselves to seek out and slay this black mass would earn the eternal gratitude not only of the desert traders, but of the curse breakers who risk life and limb with every trip through the Velcroy. So simply, Velcroy Desert, Dalmekia. We're headed there anyway. You got anything to add?
Assist you today.
All right.
Your nemesis awaits, Clive. You have merely to cross a burning desert, then worm your way into the bowels of an enemy fortress. Best of luck.
Which is what we are going to do right after I go to the bathroom. BRB. Just make sure there are no more pending quests.
Clive, anything catch your eye?
Alright,
Always something in there.
Let's make sure we also have our strongest equipment and potions.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
I wonder if what they drew is still there. Oh, it is still there.
Blood. One of Sid's associates.
What is
Family
that?
more likely. I heard tell he's highborn.
Ooh. Ofka the Tail Tattler.
Be careful crossing the Velcroy. It's dead easy to get lost in the desert. I should know.
Oh. Still inaccessible, huh? What is that place anyway? Oh, it's the door to Charon Stole. Okay. I was always wondering where it led.
Clive? What do you want?
Grindstone. Here we go. And when he lifted his fists, beneath them was found naught but dust. Iconomachy, Book of Barrows, 7:30.
No scratches, alright?
Nice. Hunter's Waistcloth, which is not better than what we have. Reinforce.
Anything else?
Alright. Things are gonna heat up, chat, as we travel to the Velcroy Desert with our uncle. A vast arid sea of sand and stone that has been slowly consuming western Dalmekia since time immemorial. Of course, desert music. Your sitars.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
A trading post it is.
If it's still there, Uncle. How young exactly? 30 years ago? Yes, I think we're dropping him off somewhere here. Kinda sus, but I'd like to trust in him. But he said he had business in Fang? Like, we'll be dropping off somewhere here, I guess, as we head to... Anyway, let's enjoy this time with Uncle. Dorga, let me pet you. There we go. There's the best Frost Wolf. Oh hey, Chocobo. Chocobo Prince.
Let's go.
Let us ride, Uncle.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Of course, Uncle.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together.
Really?
Accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Oh, embarrassing stories from her uncle. Greetings, travelers.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn? Friends of friends, I'd wager. I hope they didn't look very friendly.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move?
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Sounds fun. Nice.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
What? The adventure instinct to put up your hood before entering a strange tavern. do this, Uncle. Damn, Uncle looks like Geralt with a hood.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
What? Joshua? Oh no.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
What is he doing here? Well, he's there to see Dion, but the coincidence, the timing. Kupka's right there, I think. What's their name again? Yote?
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Okay.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Uncle!
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Why, Uncle? Your voice is too loud.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Right there, Joshua.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
Uncle. Oh my god.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
At least he didn't waste the food. Oh my god. Sure.
The outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
It's you.
Welp.
For your trouble.
I was wondering who was gonna pay for everything.
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance.
Why won't you tell Joshua?
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Or does she not know who his brother is? Oh.
Clive?
Nice little touch. He hates his carrots.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Interesting. So I guess he really is keeping away from his brother. We'll probably have to kill him as a final boss when Ultima gets unleashed.
Where are you?
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Look, Father. Hot water. But where are the bearers who heated it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground like this.
Fascinating.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
Are you looking for something in particular?
40,000. God.
My thanks. An excellent choice. Here you are. Fare you well.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will be punished with arrest and incarceration.
Sure.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
But I didn't get one.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Dalamil is famous for its spas, its markets, and its smithies. Somebody at one of those might be able to help you.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Now I'm convinced it's the kid.
That boy at the Briar's Kiss is a real talent. People flock from miles around to buy his steel. And it isn't cheap, either.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Ferda. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, we have 2 destinations.
Ask for Ferda at the baths. If this woman you're looking for is still around, you'll know where to find her.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction. I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello and wait there.
Do you
feel like
think
it's a
we
trap.
can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
This is gonna be another one of those welcomes. I guess so. Whoops. Ah, we didn't kill them.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Sid, yet another brothel. Seeing a pattern here, Sid.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Master Baker. Once you go flat... What? Flatbread?
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be transported.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was
Yeah, it was the young Sprig.
Sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
Okay, so not the brothel this
It
time.
was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have.
What quest do you want
And
me
so
to do?
for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
And what do you want?
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
There was a crystal ship,
It
man.
will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
In exchange for 1 great sword forged to the specifications hereunder, Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil, no less than 8 hands in length, a weighted pommel, briar clam inlay, serrated edge suited for cutting bone. I wonder who that's for.
He's not Sid. He can't be. What? Are you calling Master Lubor a liar?
The misfortune Dalamil finds herself in is of a crystalline nature. So do be discreet in your inquiries,
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
What's going on
the
here?
tavern shut?
Oh, this was the tavern.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
Treasure instincts.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now? I need a drink.
Genuine cactuar needles imported from across the sea. Just 1 prick and your little sparrow will sing. That's what cactuar needles do?
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. Well, I hope you gave as good as you got. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have of an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress. If they pay anything like last time, you'll be able to buy a whole new wardrobe.
Needed to a
Light meat and
silken
dark,
softness.
fresh from the
like
grill.
eating a
Get it
flower
while it's
with a
hot.
crust.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
The men of the rock are Lord Cook's private guard. He must be a generous man. The amount they spend when they come calling.
Clumsy lout. If anything's damaged, it's the latch.
For the best drop in Dalimil, visit the final sting.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
There's cartloads of crystal coming out of Drake's Fang every day. Meanwhile, we're all having to get by with half-spent shards. Someone's siphoning it off.
Damn, so the hunt mark is somewhere here.
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace.
She's so blasé about her damage. Oh. I guess it's because Byron gave them a lot of money.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
And he's giving even more money.
By the sands. That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
He's the credit rating character. Solve everything with credit rating. Doggy.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so.
What?
A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let's do this.
Why is the tavern shut?
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you.
What was all that crashing?
Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Am I the right way? Okay. Well, this is looks like a place that's to die.
I'll take it from here.
Careful, Uncle. Ooh, jackpot.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Hello.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits.
Well, they're telling us.
And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
A lot of loopholes. Yeah,
Did you get all
Waloed.
that?
Summoner Priable.
They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My
All
lord,
those crates are enough.
what is the meaning of this?
Ah, we are the traitors.
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business.
These guys were
Kill them both!
honest criminals. They just wanted money.
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, Uncle got him. What? Royal Courser. No, the Chocobos. I'm sorry, Chocobos.
Too slow. You lose.
Fried chicken. Okay, so Waloed
Well,
and Dhalmekia are
that
working
wasn't too
together
bad. How'd you
against
like
the
my
Empire.
performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
I wonder if we can find a crystal that's a crystal replica that lights up. That would be nice. Sometime later.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
I like the sound of
Thank
that.
you. And please allow me to cover your costs.
Uncle!
You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
It's okay, Uncle.
Here,
Gotta
wear
watch your
this.
heart. Oh no, merit badge.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Okay, so Sid's pattern still was up to date. Sid keeps going to brothels. So I'm guessing Rosanna was from the... Love these owls. He has scout badge. How many do we have already?
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive.
That'll be a nice little piece of
So be sure not
merch.
to let me down. I have a reputation to
Like
uphold.
all the badges in this game. That would be nice. You can put them all in your... You can like stick them to your bag or something. Like stickers of all the badges. I'd get that.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Someone's probably making those
Come on,
stickers
Uncle.
already.
Let's go.
Thank you for that posture check and the care package. Let's go through the south gate and see what happens. On second thought, we also have side quests.
What is it now?
Ask about Lubor.
You and I
Have more in common than you might think. Not only are we both masters of the blade, and devilishly handsome to boot, but we are both the second people to bear our respective names.
What?
You didn't think Rosena Dalamil was my own invention, did you? It is the name of my master. I inherited it from her, along with her title and her smithy. Ensuring that her name lived on was the least I could do after all she did for me. She plucked me from the streets and put my less than nimble fingers to work making blades instead of trouble.
Alas.
She was to leave my life as suddenly and unexpectedly as she had entered it. I swore to follow in her footsteps, that I might change others' lives as she had mine. That is why I keep her forge alive. Oh, she did own the forge. Why I play the desert hare. Why I care for the orphans of Dalimil. Indeed, I had thought my obligations to Renz and Drika to be my most pressing concern. That is, until the infamous Sid made a surprise reappearance. Rather muddied the waters.
Still?
I suppose there's enough of me to go around, but do forgive me if the desert hare isn't always at your beck and call, won't you? Ask about Dalimil Inn.
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
A veritable oasis with clear, running water and natural hot springs. I don't doubt that people have been gathering here since long before the founding of the Republic. Since it was founded, they've been gathering in even greater numbers to serve the needs of the miners who work Drake's Fang and the soldiers who guard it. And serve them they did, lining their coffers far from the prying eyes and grasping fingers of the Republic excisemen. Not that edicts from Randella carry much weight in these parts. Dalimil has long been something of a law unto itself. Here, those with the most money, or the most friends, make the rules.
At least they did.
Until Kupka built that castle of his at the heart of the Mother Crystal, Dalimil has been Titan's fiefdom since then. And while his men may be liberal with their coin, they are anything but in the exercising of their authority, which, as I'm sure you don't need to tell you, is absolute.
So,
you see why those with the people's best interests at heart took it upon themselves to organize their own protection. My predecessor, chief among them. Ask about the crystal trade.
how very fitting.
That the noble soldiers of Dalmekia and Walud, partners in crime on so many battlefields, should also become partners in crime. Still, the merchants of Dalimil will be relieved to see them brought to justice. Many have been driven almost to ruin for want of crystal. I'm sure they would all be rushing to thank you for the service you have done them, if, of course, they had any idea what you had done.
Of course.
As long as we remain reliant on the power of the crystals, we leave ourselves open to such exploitation. But people are such greedy, needy creatures.
There's simply no other way.
Clive, you must bring down each and every Mother Crystal in the Twins, and put an end to the people's thoughtless dependence upon them. Do try not to disappoint me. Leave.
Farewell now.
Farewell.
I've never even forged a butter knife before.
Destroy the means of production. Sava, the apprentice smith.
Perhaps Forge Master Luba's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luba's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalimil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
Offer to help Sava craft the carving knife? Isn't that cheating? I could give you a hand.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalimil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalimil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Carving out a niche.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle.
Yep.
Get to it.
My carpets have pride of place in Castle Dasbog. You too can live like a lord.
Oh. Nice carpets.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the Twins and beyond.
Yum.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Okay.
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand, and I'll make short work of any carcass.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
Ma'am, you are quite suspicious.
Everything I've worked for. Ruined.
Oh dear, what's wrong with the bathhouse?
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnov Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Agree to go to Dusnov Terraces? Alright.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
He put all his eggs in the basket.
In all my years tending the baths, I've never known anything like this to happen. Please, find out what's gone wrong.
Alright, I need to talk to someone though.
Made from
The stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
I'll be asking for you again, my sweet.
Then see that you stay a little longer next time.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
Who do I talk to?
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Yes, they're quite sought after. Lord Kupka has several similar pieces in his collection.
I already talked to the flesher.
Just look at the detail. Wait, incense. What's wax candles?
Ha! They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Ah.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
Yeah, but what would be the point, with the mine still closed?
Excuses, excuses. Hunter.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge.
Hardly a revelation.
Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Can't you see I'm busy? Unless you'd like a closer look at my knives.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness made from the stoutest stoneware.
See, they're letting us explore more of Dalmekia.
Take a sniff.
We didn't even see the Iron Kingdom,
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
fortunately. What do you hear? What did you hear,
So?
Sava?
How'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
To be resilient?
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
You know, smaller side antagonists. Yeah. Main ones. This is like the main quest. He has to alloy it, but they're too reliant on crystals. I'm not sure he knows how to. Where's the... Ah, it's up here.
I see you wear the Desert Rose. You won Lubor's trust, then. I assure you, Sid II, you will find it more valuable treasure than any gold or jewels.
Yeah, I do like my merit badges. While we're out here, let's get the hunt.
Let's go.
Faster!
Can we land this? Oh dear. Where could the hunt be? Hunt mark. Wait, we're in the wrong part. God damn it. Wrong exit.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is the tavern still closed?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Sorry, Ambrosia. Jump, jump, jump. We're looking for the hunt. The hunt mark. It's gone? Oh, I think it's back now. What is eating up my GPU?